Hello, everybody. Sorry about that earlier. I tried to do just a short clip of the social media video that I did before. It was covering dangers of social media. It covered the probable cause affidavit and search warrant of the client's home, what they found on each device, and then went into the Yellow app. But I have had a lot of questions and information sent to me specifically on the Yellow app. So I thought I would go ahead and just do a clip of it to share the warnings to let parents know and even kids know about the dangers of it. So I'm just going to do a shorter version, I guess, of it and try to work this out. So let me pull up what I have. So a lot of people know that the big concern with the Yellow app itself popped up not until April of this year. And we have where the police released information and suddenly asked that if people could contact them if they have had communications with Anthony Schott's profile, but with using the Yellow app itself. So let me pull this up for I can share all of this with you and we can go into this together. So apologize again for earlier. I'm still learning all of this and want to make sure you guys can see everything. I know that's horrible when you see it, but it won't look that bad for long. Hold on. There we go. So this was information that ended up adding to and finding out for the profile with Keegan Kline. So that's, again, this covers the investigators looking into the Delphi murders are asking for information about another online profile linked to the Anthony Schott's account. So on April 11th of this year, 2022, the Indiana State Police said investigators are looking in to expand the list of social media applications used by Anthony Schott's. This is the social media account that has been connected to the Delphi murder case. So the Delphi Double Homicide Task Force says that the profile was used on the social media platform that went by, at least, the name of Yellow. And now it goes by Yubo. Some people call it Yubo. The task force is asking anyone who communicated with Anthony Schott's profile on the app to contact the task force. The email is abbyandlibby@cacoshrf.com, or the hotline number is 765-822-3535. So the big question that came up after that most people don't know is, what is Yellow app? So to make sure that nothing goes wrong with the videos, I am going to pull it up separately. So forgive me for the weird screen that'll show up here. This is with a social media group that helps families and teachers. So let's watch the first warning of when the app was still called Yellow.
Kids have the Yellow app. What is the Yellow app? It says, make friends, swipe right to like, left to pass. New friend if it's a mutual like. Talk, have great conversations. What is the Yellow app? Well, nicknamed the Tinder for Snapchat and Tinder for teens, Yellow is an app that markets Tinder and an answer to the question, are you looking for boys? Take and upload a selfie and share their location with the app. Once a user is signed up, you are taught to swipe right if you like a profile, swipe left to pass a profile, or tap on the profile to see other pictures of that user. This is exactly how Tinder works, which is an adult dating website. If you swipe right on a profile and they swipe right on yours, then you become a match and can chat or share Instagram and Snapchat usernames. CBS says Tinder for teens is now a thing. Your kids can literally swipe right for an easy hookup to share nude photos or worse. So we decided to take a closer look at the app called Yellow. Parents will not like it, but predators will. And the Telegraph says Yellow's settings that enable adults to view children also creates an opportunity for sexual predators to target young people. Why should parents care? Well, although students must be 13 or older to use Yellow, the app will change your age and default to a birth date that is 13 or older if you enter a birth date that is less than 13 years old when registering. The Yellow app integrates with Instagram and Snapchat, encouraging other users to connect with your student on those platforms. Also, Yellow markets itself as a way to make friends, even though it's mostly used as a dating app. And this can be confusing for teens and tweens who are just getting access to Instagram and Snapchat and are really kind of new to online and digital safety. Also, the app doesn't work unless users give it access to their location. Yeah, this broadcasts your location even more. And Yellow makes it easy for predators to pose as younger students and get access to other users' personal Snapchat and Instagram accounts. What can parents do? Well, if your teen is using the Yellow app, have a discussion with them about the dangers of this app and urge them to delete it and maybe get one of the apps in our green zone. Explain to your child that sharing their information with strangers online is never safe. Be aware of all the app icons your student has on their phone and research the icons you don't know to become familiar with them. If your student is on Snapchat or Instagram, follow their accounts, but consider not engaging with their content so that they don't see that you're getting in their way, but rather you're just aware of what's going on. When you're ready for your student to have access to social media, visit the Parent App Guide page on safesmartsocial.com to learn how students can use social media in a positive way that won't hurt their online footprint or put them in danger. Also, consider joining Parent University to get a digital roadmap for your family online. This strategy will protect your kids today and protect their online identity for tomorrow. Click in the upper left to learn more about Parent University. Remember to subscribe in the upper right. Click on one of the videos in the middle of the screen to learn more about keeping your kids safe and smart on the web. I'm Josh Oakes with SafeSmartSocial.com. As always, keep it light, bright, and polite.
So that tells you the scary information that they are trying to warn people about the app. So how does the Yubo app describe itself? Yubo is a French social live streaming platform that they say celebrates the true essence of being young. And according to their website, the app's creators boast, we inspire a new generation to be themselves. Yubo is a place where anyone can belong, feel safe, and hang out. Yubo launched in 2015 as the 12 app. That is the only app that 12 app created was Yellow app, now AKA Yubo. The app allows users to create video live streams with up to 10 friends at the time. Our goal is to create a safe and fun virtual space by providing a trusted social platform for our community. Yubo makes it easy to connect with whoever from wherever. It's a place for all of us and all of you. That's what the app website quote is. So 12 app. 12 app is made an Android developer. It's been active since 2015. If you go to different information about Yellow app, you can see in different locations, they have different dates that they say that Yellow app was started, or AKA Yubo. It was started in 2015. It was created, and forgive me if I mispronounce their names, by Shasha Lazimi, Jeremy Okwata, and Arthur Patora. So in December of 2019, the app raised $12.3 million in funding round led by French private equity firms like Ira Capital, Indivest Partners, Alvin, Sweet Capital, and Village Global. The funds were supposed to be used to develop its technology and expand its global user base. So between 2015 and December of 2019, app users had created an estimated 2 billion friendships, that's with the B, along with exchanging more than 10 billion messages and launching 30 million live streams. So in 2019, this startup had generated $10 million in revenue. So in 2020, Yubo recorded a significant rise in use during the quarantine with teenagers. So it went up 550% increase in time spent in video discussion groups. And Yubo doubled the number of new daily signups, which reached 30,000 per day in mid-April. And remember, this is supposed to be an app that is supposed to be for young people, which they target the ages, they say, of 13 years of age to 25 years of age. So this is supposed to be people who can meet up with each other, live chat, do videos with each other, have people watch their videos, and then they can meet up with a stranger in this app, because the stranger knows where you're located. The stranger can find that you're close by, because they can sit here, and the Yellow app used to instantly connect with your Instagram and your Snapchat. So it would get the controls that show where your location is. And when you sign up for the app, like they showed earlier, you can say, I want to find somebody within 50 miles of me. And you go and hit it. And all of a sudden now, you know all of these other kids that are within 50 miles, which would be good, except for the fact that we now know predators have used this app. And they use this app and pretend that they're either teenage boys or teenage girls. They watch the kids on videos. They communicate and stuff with them in videos. And they can pretend and fake whatever age they are. There is no confirmation of it. The same thing goes for the students. Like it said at the beginning of the last video, you can pretend, you could be only 12 years old, and you would go sign up for Yellow app, and it default would change your age to 13. But who is still okay with an age range of 13-year-olds with what they say is 25 years old, but you can be any adult age, talking to meet up with strangers that they don't know. So it's really scary. So in October of 2020, the app had 40 million users worldwide, 60% of whom are Americans and Canadians. So at the beginning, it was just kind of over in Europe. And in 2015, there was problems with this app over in Ireland. And the Irish Times did an article back in 2017 that talked about this app being a tender for kids and predators using for it. And right after all of that happened and all of that came out, then they changed their name from Yellow to Yubo. So in September of 2020, Yubo estimated it in U.S. It established, and this was research that I did that was shocking. So we're looking into this Delphi case. They find out that investigators had to go to France to find out information about this app. And then it all went silent. Well, in the research, I found out that in September of 2020, Yubo had established a U.S. headquarters in Jacksonville, Florida. And then at the same time, they opened a new office in London. Now, remember, this originally started in France, and their backing of money was for them to expand globally. So now they're going out and expanding in other countries. So in November of 2020, Yubo carries out a new fundraising $47.5 million from its historical investors and a new entrant, which is Gaia Capital Partner. They announced their objective is in particular to strengthen, moderate, and develop the Asian market. In addition, Jerry Murdoch, who is a co-founder of Inside Partners, who invested in Twitter and Snapchat, joined the board of directors of Yubo. So in November of 2021, then Yubo opened a second office in the US in New York City. So why would this company that has one app that they created need to now have two headquarter building in the United States? Again, one in Jacksonville, Florida, and one in New York City. First one opened in 2020, next one opened in 2021. But the investigators here in Indiana for the Delphi case have to go out to France for them to find out information about an app that in April of 2022 that has locations here in the United States. Why is that? Let me move forward. All right, let's go to the other video. So everybody's like, okay, what changes happened? You know, do we have less to worry about because it's Yubo? Now, it's no longer Yellow. Surely they would have done something different for this new one. So let's see if there's been any changes.
At 11, a common social media app has some parents worried about child exploitation.
CS46's Rob Hughes tells you what you need to know to keep your kids safe.
What I ended up learning was daunting. It's probably fairly inappropriate to talk about some of the things that I read.
Father of three, Travis Rawlings says he thought he had it all figured out when it came to monitoring his kids' phones.
We check what we use. We check Facebook. We check text messages. We're checking phone calls.
But last week, he says this unsuspecting little yellow icon got his attention.
There was an app called Yubo, Y-U-B-O, that is just pinging the phone. And I didn't know what it was.
This is what it looks like in the App Store. The app is called Yubo. It markets itself as a social live streaming app, but others tout it as a Tinder for teens.
You can select things here and decide if you want to swipe left, swipe right. This app is engaging kids to have secret intimate lives.
Rawlings says his son started using Yubo around the same time his school went remote.
COVID has caused a lot of social breakdowns, if you will. Kids are meant to be social, and the only way they can communicate with other kids is through apps right now.
Kathleen Wynn, who runs an organization against sex trafficking, says Yubo is also increasingly becoming a breeding ground for child predators.
So it isn't harmless, it's harmful.
Citing a case in Florida last year where a 28-year-old man used it to meet a 13-year-old girl for sex.
Young people are being preyed upon by older people to send appropriate content.
Rawlings says what's also worrisome is most
Back to idle hands, we have teenagers at home with nothing to do, with technology available to ultimately have them secretly create relationships we have no influence over.
Rob Hughes, CBS 46 News. What?
So obviously we're not doing much better with the new change of Yubo. There has been cases all across the country and in multiple countries that have had grown men meeting up with 12-year-old girls and other teenage girls and boys that they are pretending to be something else. And I think the big part that I'd like to really point out is that Yubo is a free app. So the kids can all go and download it for free. So they can get in there, they get it for free. And that's not how they make their money. And if you go look up their website and their information, which I encourage everybody to do, they do not make money off of advertisement. They do not sell advertisement. That's not how they plan and have been making their money off of it. The way they make their money is people who then pay when they're in the app to have what they called was powers. And when you had that, you could sit here and pay to have more exposure. Like you can create an ad if I, pretending I'm a young kid and I want to pay for an ad and I want it to fall in front of more people, so that they more people would possibly swipe right on it, then I can pay and do advertisement. You could also, and promote myself more by having it exposed to more people. So it would just show up on more kids to be able to swipe right too. So you can pay for that to be exposed to more people. You can choose in the app, how far away do you want to communicate with these friends that you're going to meet? How far away? So you can put, I want to find somebody within 50 miles, 100 miles, or you can pick even a different country. You can pick all of the above, or you can pick a particular state. And so when you do that, suddenly these accounts, these profiles that the kids have set up now will pop up in front of you because you have put the distance. You have put how far. So that's why this app is dangerous, because if the investigators are looking into the yellow app, they may have deleted the Snapchat. They may have deleted the Instagram and think that they removed this information. But if they used this in 2017, that app would be fairly new in the United States as far as people using it. And if they did, you could sit here and open up the Yellow app to find where these people are. It will tell you that. It tells you their location, where they are located, how far away they are from you location. So it was not until April of this year that it was even mentioned. Did it somehow get discovered? Was there information in there that showed that the app was downloaded by somebody using Anthony shots, which we know that's the case because that's what the police are asking for. And now they're trying to get from Yellow app headquarters, which is what they were called back then, any information that they had from their server. Did they have to go to France to get the server information back from 2017? Because now it's 2022. So again, this app, you're not having 12 and 13-year-olds, these teenagers aren't buying it. If you could for free can make videos and chat with your friends and let people see you chatting with your friends in your bedroom, playing games, talking, yapping, seeing what you're doing. This person was able to go and watch you without you having to swipe them at the time to make the money from. It would only be predators, adults who are getting into here and being able to track people. It's such a scary thought that, again, on the other video I did about social media, it's about the whole thing. It is about everything that they were using to get to people, Facebook, everything. And then they were moving people over to Kik and Snapchat so that those could disappear. And what they used and what the police found on each device. And that the devices they collected were only of Keegan Klein's, which you can find that out if you watch why TK hasn't been arrested video that I created. But this is scary stuff. And there is no laws to sit here and prevent an app in a different country to create, which is a dating app for minors. So minors, can't or don't even realize when they clicked on this Yellow app that it was automatically affecting their age, affecting what their location is, accessing their Snapchat and Instagram. So again, Yubo hasn't changed much because people are still having. So this next video clip here was another one that talked about for teens and what the news was sharing about it. So let me go over to that.
It's an app that's being dubbed Tinder for teens.
It's
Reporter Jacqueline Lee spoke with parents, teens, and police about the potential danger.
like Tinder. This app allows you to swipe left and swipe right on people in your general vicinity, but can't in place that prevent them from unknowing teen users around the world. Yubo, formerly known as Yellow. The app allows users, you can just see pictures of people. This kid is 17. He's from Norfolk. Potentially match with a 17-year-old guy. And some pictures are weird. The app also lets you join live chat rooms with up to 4 friends. And get this, an unlimited number of people can watch you.
I wouldn't feel comfortable people watching me or, just being able to watch me without me knowing who they are.
Aubrey Ashenhart is 14 and said using social media to meet people is the new norm.
I think it's cool that you can meet new people that live in your area. I think that you'd have to be able to know that there are people that aren't pretending to be something they're not.
The app's creator said in its online parent safety guide that safety features include separating users that are under 18 years old. But when we went on it, nothing prevents you from making up your age and getting access to users under 18.
You have people from all over the world who now have access to your child, which is pretty scary if you think about that.
Virginia Beach Police Detective Christy Curtis said apps like these are dangerous, giving predators an easy way to talk to kids.
The victim base is absolutely there, and you no longer have to make physical contact or eye contact with your victims. They're there. They're waiting for you to come to them to tell you that they're pretty or that they're smart or that you want to be their friend.
And this very real possibility is what parent Michelle McSweeney is scared about.
These kids are impressionable. You can have someone asking them to make inappropriate videos even.
To prevent becoming victims, Detective Curtis said parents should pay attention to how their kids interact with social media.
So if your child or that they have to be in a bathroom flag.
But for these two teens, they said they prefer to meet to make friends the old-fashioned way, without
Sorry about that. I hope it came through okay. My computer likes to act up very funny.
Email or call to be rescheduled for the third time. Or you can use Slack.
Uh-oh. Wow. When I want it to play, it doesn't play, and then when I don't want it to play, it plays. All right. Let's look here. Sorry. I don't know why sometimes it just acts up on the video. Probably need a new computer. That's what I'm going to go for. So the oh, I'm sorry, the sound wasn't very good on that, guys. I'll try to put the links and stuff in there, but it was showing again the information about how when you would go in that you could put an age in there, but anybody can lie about their age, the adults or the kids, either way. And let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm trying to watch this and do this at the same time, and I have definitely not picked up that talent. So give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Hopefully, maybe. But it was just showing that we have, no monitoring it. Yet a teenage girl who was sitting there, which was a little hilarious because she's talking about everybody in there who looks like they're old, showing pictures and stuff of everyone, and then showing about the concerns that kids have. And so the earlier video, the first video that I did show that actually played was from smartsocial.com. And it has what's called app zones. And it is to help parents identify good and bad apps. It has actually 130 plus popular apps on there. And I will tell you that I have been very surprised that when I tried to look into some stuff about Yellow app or Yubo, that there was lots of warning pages about social media apps that didn't even have this on their list, which I was pretty shocked and surprised about. But smartsocial.com does. It is a very specific list that that you guys would want to see. I would encourage you to find out if your school system has information like that that they're sharing with the parents and the kids. The ranking of that, when you go and you visit them at smartsocial.com, there are different categories that you can click on. So you can see the green zone apps, which you don't need to worry about, and you can go in there. Then kind of the gray zone, and then it has the red zone apps, which Yubo, aka Yellow, is all in there. And it even has the dangerous social media challenges that kids could be seeing. So they update that. It has great resources and information and stuff from it. So the scary thing is that you can find tons of cases across the country and across the world talking about this app and adults using it to contact your kids, to find your kids, to communicate with your kids. There is nothing still to help confirm. There's a button that says, please let your parents confirm you're going to be on here. Come on. We all know that kids aren't doing that. But we need to make sure that people are aware of this app and honestly aware of all of them, of the Snapchat, of the Kick, of all of these apps that the kids just think they're talking to other teenagers, a teenage girl or a teenage boy. So they're not worried about it and they're not scared until they go and meet up and figure out and find out that this person has been posing as a child and now they find out is an adult. And don't you think that that is what happened in the Delphi case? Don't you think that there could have been just total belief that Anthony Schatz is a cute teenage boy that lots of their friends were talking to, and suddenly they go there and find out that it is not who they thought it was, and it's happening all over the place. So, and make sure to talk to your kids that if they shared something, if they did something, that they come and they talk to you and tell you, because then they use threats and try to intimidate and stuff kids from that. So I am going to be doing some more videos. Again, if you want the full social media, the affidavit search warrant that was at the Klein's house, watch the Dangers of Social Media app. And if you want specifics about Tony Klein not being arrested, I've got one in there too. I will be covering some other things very soon. And we're going to be talking about the Delphi case. They told everybody that this is the largest Indiana CSAM operation, online predator operation that they've busted in Indiana. But there has been a previous bust in Indiana that was people found here that were international, and it connected to other countries, and it originated from England, a social media site that was carried from England when it happened. So I'm going to be going into details and stuff about that. And I also will be covering about the evolution of predators, how we went from the 70s and 80s of kids being kidnapped and taken and them going out to find them when they're delivering a newspaper or out of the house, versus now the social media, and going into detail and stuff about that. So I hope this was helpful to make it much more of a shorter version of the video. And I really appreciate everybody coming. Please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And I will let you know that I am going to be doing a drawing for the first 200 subscribers. When we hit that mark, I will be giving away a 6-month free subscription to Discovery Plus, which all the true crime fans, that includes the ID channel, which I know you've watched stuff on. So share this information to warn parents and kids. And please join us again. And thank you so much. And good night, everybody.